Reinventing Your Career. This is day 8. And if you've ever taken a job that looked wonderful on paper, but it ended up leaving you drained, frustrated, or even boxed in, then this conversation, this live is for you. I'm Lisa Appia, a certified career strategist and executive coach, and I help mid-level to executive professionals to change careers, get promoted, increase their influence as leaders, and earn more money. And I've been doing a series here live on a couple of platforms, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. So I know you're on one of them, and it's called Reinventing Your Career. And we're talking about how to make a career change before the end of the year. So I've been going live since the 1st of August. So if you've missed the first few sessions that happen, depending on whatever platform you're on, you can either go on LinkedIn or YouTube to watch the recordings. And today we're talking about non-negotiable when you are choosing your next role. And this one is really important. If you are here live, or watching the replay, just drop an emoji. Let me know that you're here. You're ready to get started. I have another screen here. I always forget to open the chat while I'm doing this. Just give me 1 second while I do that. But yeah, just drop an emoji. Let me know that you're here. How are you feeling on this Friday afternoon? Okay, perfect. I got it now. Okay, so let's talk about your non-negotiables. Non-negotiables are basically values, boundaries. They are conditions that you will no longer compromise on, especially if you're making a career change. A lot of times, if you've considered changing jobs or changing careers, there's a reason why you are in this place right now, why you're considering a change, whether it's a toxic workplace, whether you're looking for growth, or whatever it may be. There are various reasons why people decide to change roles or to change careers. And essentially, establishing your non-negotiables early help you ensure that you're not repeating the exact same thing in the new role or the new company, the new industry that you're getting into. So it really matters that you set your non-negotiables early because it helps you to protect your energy. It helps you to protect your confidence. It also helps you to prevent regrets, career regrets that you'll look back on many years later and wonder why you made that decision. Even if every decision is a lesson learned, some of them can be avoided by being able to set your non-negotiables early on. And non-negotiables also give you clarity in terms of job interviews, negotiations, and decision makings. I know a lot of times people will ask me questions like, what should I ask in an interview? Well, you should ask what you actually want to know. And being able to set your non-negotiables will help you to be able to develop a list of what is it that I actually want, and how do I ensure that as I'm going through this interview process, this hiring process, that I'm getting what I actually want out of it. So examples of non-negotiables, for example, is maybe just boundaries in terms of work and life. So maybe no emails after 6 p.m. That could be a boundary that you want to make sure is respected in the new job that you take. Ensuring that the people that you work with, that you get along with them, that you have respectful leadership, psychological safety in the workplace, being able to work remote or hybrid flexibility. A mission-driven company, you want a minimum salary. There's like a salary floor and you would never go below that amount. Opportunities for growth. So there are so many non-negotiables that may be important to you. It's really important that you take the time to write them down and outline what is your non-negotiable as you're considering your next career or your next role. So let me know in the chat if there's something that's coming to mind for you that is like, okay, this is a non-negotiable, whatever job I take next, this has to be the bare minimum. Let me know which one of these non-negotiables that I've shared with you align with you, or if there's something I haven't said, let us know what it is so we can also keep that in mind as people are looking for new opportunities. So just drop that in the chat. What are some of your non-negotiables? And when I'm coaching my clients in our career breakthrough coaching program, and this is where I help my clients make a career change within 4 months or less, one of the coaching exercises, if you want, that we do is being able to help them articulate what their non-negotiables are. Because sometimes people have trouble to actually think, okay, this happened, but I'm not sure what I would establish as a boundary next time. So what we do is, like, I ask them to think about the last time that they felt frustrated or undervalued at work, and what boundary did they feel was being crossed at that time, and then to complete this prompt. So for example, you can do this and ask yourself these questions. I'm no longer available for, and say what you're no longer available for in terms of work, what you're going to accept at work, or I will only say yes to opportunities that, and then you complete the statement. So these are two ways that you can start thinking about your non-negotiables if you're someone who's stuck and not knowing what are the boundaries that I want to establish at work. For example, one of my clients realized that it wasn't burnout from work that she was experiencing, but she was just exhausted from being micromanaged. So for her, one of her non-negotiables when we were working together was autonomy, getting the autonomy to be able to do her work without always having someone on her back. Another client wanted a work where the environment, she didn't want to pretend all the time. She didn't want to be this person outside of work and then come to work and be somebody else. So authenticity was her non-negotiable, and being in a work environment that valued her for who she was. So that was a non-negotiable for her. So in both examples of the clients, what they did is that during the interview process, because these two things were very important to them, they ensured that they asked questions to better understand the work environment, the people that they would be working with, so that they had the autonomy they were looking for, so that they could bring their authentic selves at work as they wanted to. So this is how I want you to start thinking about it, and these are what non-negotiables are. And this is one part of what we do inside the Career Breakthrough Program. We get clear on what you really want, and then we learn how to ask for it confidently, so that you're not ending up in a continuous cycle of being in a role where you feel stuck. And so if you've been compromising for a really long time and you want to work with me one-on-one to help you map your next career move, just check out the link in the description or the chat, and you can book a discovery call with me, and we can talk through this to better understand what your next career move can look like. So to recap what I've shared with you today, the most important things is that you get clarity, that you ensure that you set boundaries, and this ultimately is going to help you make better decisions. So ensure that whatever move you make next in your career, that you're establishing your non-negotiables and that you stick to them as you are making your career move. So have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and I will connect with you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we're back for day 9 of Reinventing Your Career. So I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.